Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. We are live tonight. I promise you that. I will prove it. It's the 20th of June, and it is 9:50 p.m. on a Friday night. Here we are.
Yeah. Do you know what day in June it is, James?
The 20th? Question mark?
Yeah, you're right.
I am?
Yes, you are.
Hoorah.
So at least you can prove that way that we're live right now.
Oh, totally. We were supposed to be on live last week, but we'll talk about it when we catch up with what's happened over the last couple weeks. It has been eventful, a lot good, some very painful. I will talk about that, and some inspiring stuff. So, but here we are. We've already got one viewer on. Let's see who else is coming on, and let us know if it's Maya, because we gotta have Maya. Oh, 2 viewers, and I remember sharing is caring.
Yeah, so make sure to share this video on your feeds, because then guess what? More people find out about our show, and then they learn about all kinds of fun stuff with us. And that's the best gift you can give anyone, to share, because they're gonna be like, wow, this is like makes my Friday night every Friday night.
Every Friday. So right now I'm texting. I have a new phone, so the predictive text is not. Oh, there's Dancing Godzilla, Robot Godzilla.
Oh, Robot Godzilla.
Robozilla. Okay. We're live for this week's episode of. I'm typing it in late. Oh, Maya's here. Hello, Maya. Wait.
Hi, Maya. How are you doing?
Maya. Craft. Then you autocorrect talk with an exclamation point. Share. Good. Svea, are you sharing, or are you just doing something else?
I'm sharing telepathy.
Telepathy. Matter of fact, as it is, just as you asked that, Maya's asking, is someone driving? It sounds like it. Oh, yeah. You cannot put anything past El Presidente, the Friday Ninja Monster Hunter Squad.
I know, we can't get anything past her.
Yep, and she also said she shared.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Because basically,
we're gonna have people signing up for those units. So, folks, yeah, Savannah's driving home right now. She had to save the world, and we miss you too, Maya. And I'm here, and I'm about to disappear for a few days. So, yeah, we got some stuff to share. Tonight we are doing themed restaurants that we were supposed to do last Friday, but some stuff happened at a powwow. But here we are tonight doing it. And there's John Travolta. Oh,
John Travolta, he's a regular on our show all the time.
He is. And I'm looking at his window of space and John Travolta wandering around. And a sleeping cat off to the side. Yeah. And that cat still sleeps. This picture's like 2 years old and the cat still doesn't sleep, the little kitty cat. Okay. Counting, we are at 6 minutes and 32 seconds till showtime, folks. Fun night tonight. I'm eating Trader Joe's Many Things Snack Mix.
Ooh.
It's got honey roasted peanut, spicy, and honey butter cereal squares, corn sticks, pretzels, and savory bread chips.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep. I like it a lot. Okay. Have you seen any of the summer movies? Because last show we did summer movies. Have you seen any of those that are coming out?
Well, man, I still need to go see Karate Kid. I haven't had a chance to go see it.
Is that out now?
Yeah, it's been out. I haven't had a chance to check and see how it is on the ratings, or how's it doing. But we've just been so busy. It's been hard to go out and go see a movie.
Got it. I did see. I finally saw a trailer on YouTube for the new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson.
Uh-huh.
And it's Missing. Remember that show, that movies he did Missing? It's basically him, but it's like Leslie Nielsen's son or something like that. And I saw the trailer. I'm like, this is hilarious. It's probably a movie you can only watch once, because the second time you're definitely not going to laugh as much. But
Yeah.
It looks funny. Little sight gags. It's not like Tropic Thunder was funny where you can watch a movie like 10 times and still laugh.
Yeah, so it doesn't really have like a. That's all that those kind of movies are. They don't really have very much substance. But although Spaceballs, I've seen Spaceballs so many times, and that movie's pretty. Doesn't have a lot of substance.
Oh yeah, there's so many layers. Matter of fact, God, the director, Spaceballs. I remember it like 5 seconds ago. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks has announced that they're talking about, they're filming it. He's put an announcement. Spaceballs 2 coming out like next year, 2019.
I know, and it's got Bill Pullman, Rick Moranis, and I believe that Mel Brooks will probably be in it.
I hope so. I hope they nail it because I watched History of the World Part 2 on Hulu and it sucked.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Well, the problem is, I mean, that first movie, there's things they did in that movie you cannot do anymore.
It was what?
There's a lot of stuff in that movie that cannot be done anymore.
No, it's not. And the thing is that, they did a lot of what's acceptable now. I mean, yes, there's definitely humor at a different time when that movie was released in the 80s.
Yeah.
But there's more things that you can do now that you didn't do back then, more bathroom stuff.
Yeah.
And,
True.
I could talk fart jokes all night, but it's just different and lowbrow.
Yeah.
All right. Enough about sounding like old people here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, folks.
I know.
New Karate Kid movie.
Yeah.
Caution, pothole.
Caution, pothole.
I'm going to watch it. I mean, I like the first one, but I haven't really seen any of the sequels or series and stuff that came out about it afterward. I haven't seen the new one with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I know. I think it would be good.
Okay.
Jackie Chan was in another Karate Kid, so he was in his first Karate Kid movie he's been in.
Was he in the first one?
He was not in the first one, but he was in another one, one of the later ones.
Was he? Because I know there was a remake, but the only one I've seen is the one with Pat Roy. I've seen Karate Kid 2. I
don't think it's a remake. I think this is actually just a continuation of the story, because they acknowledge him, Pat Morita. They acknowledge him, but
okay.
Yeah. I do.
As long as they acknowledge Pat Morita, because I mean, dude, he made the movie. Yeah. Ralph Macchio is okay too. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go, folks. Themed restaurants. There should be a Karate Kid themed restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
And the waiters all look like Mr. Miyagi.
They bow and they do a fight scene before they deliver food.
And when they send you the food, they do the little like duck crane kick thing.
Yeah, they have it on their foot. You're saying they deliver it on their foot while they're kicking up?
Or they just do it. And karate fights.
Yeah.
We try. Okay. 1 minute and 18 seconds, folks. Now, when we start the show, Savea's going to be kind of there. Because she's still driving. How close are you home?
I am pretty close. It says I'm going to be at my house in 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, we're going to be cutting this close. All right. We are 1 minute away from the countdown.
Yes.
I know you're driving, so you want me to go ahead and do the countdown?
Yes, please.
Will do. Okay. Themed restaurants. How good do you think a Spaceballs themed restaurants would do? Or what do you get?
I think it would be good.
Okay. How about, well, let's see. We can explore that a little bit later in the show when we actually get to that subject, because we are so close to the countdown. Folks, you get ready to count down with us? Because we are getting ready in 10 seconds.
James, is your sound kind of going in and out? Or is my sound going in and out?
Yours is.
Okay. Okay.
That's okay. We can kind of expect it. All right, folks. We got to do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. one, showtime!
It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea Yang and James Hermes.
Totally hear you.
Let's get the fun started. It's time to start the show.
Hi, folks. Svea's having some cellular issues. Yes? That's 5G for you, folks.
James, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay. So welcome to Late Night Craft Talk. Hey, James, can you put the header on?
I will do that. I was kind of waiting for that. That's kind of become a tradition.
We do the show every week. And we do the show to make things fun for you. We've been doing the show for a long time. So if you happen to like our show, please like and subscribe to our Facebook pages, our YouTube channels, our Twitch channels. Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook. Dancy Bear is also on X, formerly known as Twitter. But yeah, you just enjoy and please share this with your friends. Hey, James, what's been going on with Elk Rack Traders?
Good segue. I saw your nephew.
Yes, he's such a cutie.
There he is. You should take over for Svea sometimes.
Yeah, you should be on instead of me. You're probably more fun. No.
What do you think?
Did you hear what he said?
No?
He's like, no.
Well, folks, obviously you're catching Svea a little bit of her Friday job. She does do DoorDash on Friday nights to pay off her parking tickets.
Yeah, I do DoorDash all the time. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll like knock on your door and be like, here's your food. Can you give me a tip?
Tell me you're close to home.
Yes.
Okay, because we're getting a lot of right now.
Yeah. I'm now pulling up to the house.
Got it. Okay, while we're doing that, I'll go ahead and do an update with Elk Rack Traders. Okay, folks, we were at Mission San Luis Rey Powwow last weekend, and I'm going to do a little share screen right quick. That was the funnest show. I mean, every show's been fun this year. It's been just a great visitations with people. But this one in particular, kind of took the cake right quick. I'm bringing up pictures right now. We've been really busy. Okay. So I did that. Let me do a share screen because, queuing stuff up, present, image. Wow. Okay. So anyway, we're at Mission San Luis Rey Powwow on Saturday and Sunday last weekend. And that was particularly fun. There's a lot of compliments on the powwow, and it just went really well. A lot of people are coming up. I had some people coming up going, hey, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you watched the show. And that probably happened a dozen times over the weekend. And Svea's off for a moment. She's obviously going in her house to sign her computer. So just some quick updates here. Let me go ahead and do a share right quick. I love StreamYard. They did another update, and we're trying to. There we go. Okay. That's our booth at Mission San Luis Rey Powwow. And they did a really good job this year. Matter of fact, they had like a big screen over the information booth where people could see it. The powwow going on with a camera, and they actually let me film some the Sunday Grand Entry with a 360 camera. And I put that on my own personal Facebook. I don't do it for commercial purposes. I'm not going to show on the show, but it's there, and it came out really cool, and the tribe's going to use it also. But that was fun, and pictures are supposed to be lined up different. Never mind, you see these. You didn't see those photos. Okay, here's a photo from the Grand Entry we took from still of that will do, and beautiful Grand Entry, beautiful dancing, beautiful weekend, and just a great experience. I really enjoyed that 2 days. Thank you to the committee for running the POW there, Mission San Luis Rey. That was great. And it was great visiting with everyone. I know that some people saw us at the POW are watching the show, and we got a good number of viewers doing that. It was a great experience. And our next show that we'll be at, other than, of course, Palm Springs Village Fest on Thursday nights, even in the heat of summer, we were there last night at 107, at least it was 117. Our next show will be Wrightwood Mountaineer Days on the weekend of July 12th and 13th. We will be there. Look for us. And that's our update with that. Right now, we're waiting for Svea. So I'm going to go ahead and catch you up with the week. I forgot to get something I'll do when Svea does it. So catch you up with the week, a little updates. I'm actually leaving tomorrow. It's a heck of a story to do that. And while we're waiting for Svea, I'll go ahead and tell it right now. We didn't do the show last week because I had a little tooth problem. And I was starting getting some pain, and I went down to go see my dentist. And he said, yeah, your crown was knocked loose, and there's some infection in there. And I'm like, oh, it's a result of me getting hit by the car back in mid-April. And I don't know how the counter coup works on that one or the physics, but it knocked a couple of crowns loose. So I went down, and I had to get, on the day before leaving for the powwow, a root canal and a crown, what's called a crown extension, which is where they actually have to dig in and scrape away some of the jawbone. And the dentist had the specialist come in. The specialist did not listen to the dentist, who said he needs horse needles of Novocaine. He burns through that stuff quick. And it hurt. It hurt a hell of a lot. A lot of pain. Luckily, the powwow was there, and it just took my mind off the pain because it hurt for days. But the dentist, I had the shoulder, and then that's gotten better. And then the dentist, because what they did was such a major procedure, I didn't know until he could see the sutures on Monday to confirm, yes, I can go. I am leaving tomorrow. I'm actually here tonight, but I'm leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm headed to Moab, Utah. And I'm going to be paddling a week-long kayak trip down the Green River through Stillwater Canyon in Canyonlands National Park. I've done this show a few times I've done this trip a few times since we started this show. I will have cool pictures. You know, this is prime Roadrunner and Coyote territory. It is a great place. There will be awesome pictures. And I'm actually leading a group of about my Boy Scout venture crew, 8 other people, 9 of us total going on this trip. I'm the leader, and we're doing it. Kayaks are loaded on my trailer in the driveway, and we're leaving at 6 in the morning to head to Moab. So cool stuff. And that's looking forward to. I've been jonesing for a longer kayak trip, and we're doing it. So that's what we're doing. Let me look and see if we have any comments to catch up on. All right, thank you, Maya. You definitely will do that. Anyway, so yeah, the dentist, that was painful. I think I have had to take a penance of something or some things that will work out in my favor, hopefully, in the universe. But that stunk. But with that, we're waiting for Svea. Some fun events for the week right now. Y'all know that, in the recovery with the shoulder, I'm able to start riding the bike again. And I've been doing a consistent 10, 15 miles a day since the beginning of last week. And I'm not riding much around cars, but I saw something a couple days ago that was cool. And let me get the picture lined up for you. Well, first of all, also something that significantly that happened this week is this. As of this week, as of last Wednesday, I've gone 58 days without getting hit by a car. That is a new record. Awesomeness. And that was the day, so we're at day 60 or 61 now, but that happened this week. That is cool news. But anyway, I'm out riding my bike, and it's along a wash called CB Link. Queuing up the photo. There it is. Okay. So I'm walking along, riding along, and this happened. And this is cool, folks. You're ready to love this. That is an immature red-tailed hawk. And they just hang around, and I see them almost every time I go out. And they'll follow for a little ways, but they follow for like a mile or more. They would fly. Okay, Svea's here. I'm going to let her in. Here's Svea. Okay, I'm just showing the red tail hawk photos.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I saw a little bit of these. These are so cool.
Yeah, your volume's way up. Maybe it's mine.
Oh.
Okay, got it. So I see this hawk, and I'm just riding by, and I went the fence, and I went, whoa! And I pull over, and went, hello, and he's just hanging out. And not only that, so was his buddy. They're out looking for breakfast. I'm watching them for several minutes, and then they flew on. I start riding the bike, and they're flying on, and they land about 100 yards in front of me, and I catch up and watching them, and they're just looking at me, and they're hanging out, and I start riding again. They take off and fly further ahead, and got one of the coolest pictures I can think of here.
You know, James, they might have been really young, and they were
immature bald eagle, immature red hawk.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're young, so they're probably really intrigued with your the bicycle, because there were people on bikes.
Actually, there were people that CD link that were going on. They were hanging on the fence, and people just walked by. Walkers or a couple of bikes went by, and they're just like go on, and they're like, okay, but the young ones are not as afraid or shy or as aware and don't want to be near people, and that's kind of Darwinism right there in a bit. But these ones were actually would shoot on ahead, and I'd fly, and then they'd shoot on down the trail. It's like, and this is not the first time it's happened. This is the most it's happened. But I always wanted to go to my money shot right there, the hawk on top of the speed limit sign.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a pretty cool experience. And I kind of turned around, and they started heading the same way I did. I was like, I got buddies. So they figured out I'm a dork. But that was really cool to share with that. So wanted to share that with riding the bike, and I got up I'm like 10 feet from this thing, and I got some cool photos, but those are the three best I wanted to share with you. And with what happened this week, and I tell about the dentist and Svea's talking. With that, when Svea's waiting for her to pop the question. Okay, she's not. Also this week, folks, did you look up in the sky? I believe it was Wednesday night. If you looked up in the sky, this happened.
The launch.
Yeah, I'm going to the launch. Did you get any good photos or watch it?
No.
Bummer, because this was it. I was actually on the phone with a friend of mine. I'm getting ready to drive out and pick up some food for my kayak trip next week. And I'm on the phone, and my mom taps on the shoulder, goes, hey, turn around. I went, why? She said, no, turn around. And I looked and went, oh. Told my friend on the phone, went, are you outside right now? He goes, no. I went, go outside, take the family, and I'll talk to you in 5 minutes. He goes, what's going on at SpaceX launch? He goes, oh, yeah, heck yeah. This was a cool one. I mean, this was real spectacular. That was cool stuff. And with that, what happened this week, folks? Svea, what's going on with Dancing Bear Indian Trader?
So we actually are in the process of making all new tie-dye shirts. It's been something we've been trying to get to for a long time, and we're totally out at our store, and people have been asking for them. So we're making a new color combination. It's called Raven, and it kind of looks like this. So not like big like this, it's small like how we do it, but it's like turquoise, black, and purple, like just like these colors. And we made our first ones today, and they look really good. And then we're changing our cotton candy t-shirts so that the pink is a lot more vibrant, more of like a hot pink versus like a rose pink. And we're making some, we just have had a lot of requests for t-shirts, and this is kind of the time when we can do it. So we just got tons of t-shirts done today. Oh, and we have our Cheshire Cat one, which is pink and purple.
I want to see that one.
I know, it's pretty cool. I think that I have, I'll be able to be they have to sit in the dye for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And they have to sit in the sun. So tomorrow I'm going to put them out in the sun. So it's going to be awesome. But yeah, we've been working on the tie-dye shirts. We are finally kind of getting to all the projects we need to get to since we got back from Stanford, because that was a lot.
Yeah.
And this last week, my nephew and my niece were with me this whole week, and we had so much fun. And yes, Maya has she has the cotton candy shirt. But yeah, so my niece and nephew been with me this week, and I'll show you actually what we worked on last night. It's pretty cool. Hopefully I don't break it. So I think I can lift it.
You can stick to the table.
I know. I don't know why it sticks to the table. Okay. Oh, the queen just fell off.
It's fine. Lovely anyways.
Look at that.
So we built the Snow White cottage. And this is kind of cool. Look at, you can see inside. Look, I put all the dwarfs. They're all eating at their dinner.
Hi ho, hi ho.
I know.
Cool.
And Snow White is actually right there too. You can see she's right there.
The old Snow White, right?
Huh?
The original Snow White, not the new one?
The original Snow White.
Good.
Look, they have their pipe organ here. Their organ is right here. And in the kitchen, which you can't see, there's a, it's in,
What just happened?
this. So this is funny. This is how they just attach the house roof. You just put this on. I'm like, that's not very smart. But anyway, look, you can see their bedroom there a little bit.
Yeah, and we definitely got some comments to catch up on, but right now, Legos?
Yes, Legos.
Got it.
But yeah, my niece right now is going to be working. Oh, did you take a picture of bag one? Let me give you my phone. So we worked on, let me wipe this. We work on our Legos together, and we take pictures as we go. So it's kind of a nice thing to do together.
I'm eating.
I will be too in a second.
So that's everything for Dancing Bear?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
We've just basically we've just been working on just trying to get everything going, and it's been a lot.
Got it. I know that are you starting to get geared up for the Christmas season?
Our busy season is starting in September, so we're
Christmas season. Are you getting ready for Christmas sales?
Generally, we don't really worry about Christmas. We worry about before Christmas.
Gotcha. I start thinking about Christmas because it's June. We're at the halfway point. And I took this picture a couple days ago. There's already stores getting ready, putting out wreaths for Christmas in June. So, yeah. Earlier and earlier, of course, these are craft stores and stuff like that. I want to catch up on viewer comments. There is some gold here. Okay, to kind of go back a little bit to our conversation, we have Maya. Ooh, have a fun trip. Thank you, Maya. And then, yes, dental pain is the worst. That was, like I said, I was paying penance for something I did and probably 10 more things I'm going to eventually do. But I figure I'm ahead at the moment. And then, of course, Wendy Hodge, 58 whole days without getting hit by a car. Thank you. Yes, Wendy, 58 whole days. So a new record. Matter of fact, I'm at 60-61, so every day I don't get hit by a car is a new record. That's awesome. And then Wendy says, hi, Svea. And look who's in the house. Vivian.
What?
Vivian's here.
That's awesome.
James, OSHA would be so proud of you. Yes, but I was riding a bike. It wasn't a workplace. And then Wendy Hodge figures with the Hawks, they figured that if James got hit, they had a free breakfast. I feel the love, folks.
That is so awesome.
Enemies. And then Maya wants a Raven shirt.
You'll love it. It's really cool. And the thing is that if I look at whenever you tie-dye shirts, when you get them freshly dyed, they're so vibrant. But the thing is, after you wash them is what they actually look like. So.
Gotcha. Okay. It's 10:20 and it's time to move on to the subject. I kind of have something built up.
Yeah.
But can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
So y'all know I passed the NREMT exam a few weeks ago. And I had to jump through some hoops with Riverside County, where I live, with what's called the REMSA Office of Emergency Management System, blah, blah, blah. But I had to redo a live scan, fingerprint, background check. It was the background check people did it wrong, so I had to resubmit a form and jump through hoops. And it finally happened. I got it in the mail this week, folks. I was a card-carrying EMT.
Wow.
I can do basic life support to you, which is basically layman advanced first aid. And eventually, I'll be smart enough to put a human brain in a robot body. That's my whole goal. Hey, Svea, what are you doing in a few years?
What am I doing in a few years?
Do you like robots?
They're okay.
Do you like robot bodies?
I don't know why. Where's this going?
Can I borrow your brain? It's for science.
No.
I'll put it back.
No.
Please?
Haven't you seen the TV show Upload?
No.
No. No, thank you.
That's TV. This is real life. Stuff like that doesn't really happen.
No.
Whatever happened on Upload.
It's pretty realistic.
Okay. Well, you know what? Thank you, Maya, with the congratulations, James. Audience, if any of you are willing to help with science, let me know. Message right here. And I'll eventually look you up with an NDA and a liability waiver for myself. Let me know if I can borrow your brain. And you get to live in a robot body. It's experimental. And I'll eventually put it back. Just the way I found it. Mostly. Within all practicality. Let me know, folks, while we do this. So it's for science. Matter of fact, we could do a STEM episode with that. We should totally do that in October.
Interesting.
Oh no, that would be awesome in October.
You know what? You could be a mad scientist.
I want to be a mad scientist. Right now, I'm just a mad EMT.
You could totally be a mad scientist.
I want to. But I want to make that an October show or build it to Halloween. James puts a human brain inside of a robot body.
Yeah.
And it might be Svea's, but she said no.
No.
Just remember, 20 no's and a yes is still a yes. Okay. Themed restaurants.
Yes.
It didn't get strange, Svea. The conversation not get strange. This is normal for us.
Yeah. So James and I were trying to think of different things. We always try to think of different topics for our show. And one of the things we came up with, we're like, what if we talk about like themed restaurants? Like, you know how they have restaurants that are like crazy, like they have like Rainforest Cafe where it's like a show and it's dinner, or show and a meal. So you literally see a big thunderstorm and all the animals get wild inside the restaurant, and then it calms down and then you can continue to eat your food.
Nothing happened.
Huh, James?
Yes. Is your nephew going to be on video?
Well, I was going to say also there's a couple places, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there's a place in LA called City Walk, and they have a whole bunch of kind of cool restaurants that you can check out. And then in Orlando, there's a place called Disney Springs, and they have a whole bunch of really cool restaurants there as well. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different places you could just, try.
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, what really motivated us for the show tonight is I had some friends that occasionally watch the show that went over to Las Vegas to celebrate one of their sons' 21st birthday. And they went to a restaurant where they actually serve you the food in completely dark.
Really?
Waitresses are wearing night vision goggles to be able to bring the food to you. Just super different. That Svea and I were talking. We're like, yes, themed restaurants for a show. And I've actually got a list right here of some. We can explore some of the more well-known themed restaurants. And these are ones that are primarily in the U.S., but there's some I hear about like Japan where it's like a prison theme. You're served. They put you in a cell, close the doors. Prison guards bring you food. There's a slot, but
I sure that's not just prison.
No, it's a prison themed restaurant. I saw on Anthony Bourdain.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was different. We have a few comments right quick to catch up on. Wendy Hodge says Walt Disney's brain is already cryogenically frozen.
That is a lot of rumors.
Svea, next time you go to Disneyland, can you field the question for me? Can I borrow Walt Disney's brain for a few days?
So that's not gonna work.
So you want to do it? We're friends. You want to do it?
No.
I do it for you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Draw conditions. Wow, Svea. Okay. Shall we look at the restaurants, the list of the most well-known ones, and explore a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. So we have right here is a Google list. I've actually got, we can go with that one, or we can go over here and look at, from Time Out, the best themed restaurants in the U.S. Which one should we do?
Let's go with that one.
Okay. So let's kind of zoom in here a bit. Get rid of the advertisements. Best themed restaurants in the U.S. And we look at the Tonga Room and Hurricane Bar in San Francisco. Look at that.
That's cool.
I don't know if you can go swimming in that pool.
I was going to say, is that a pool in there?
That's a pool. The Tiki Room. That's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of some of Disneyland. So few other tiki bars, if any, in the nation show as much obsessive dedication to the form as Nob Hill's classic watering hole, Tonga Room. Located inside the iconic Fairmont Hotel, the Polynesian-inspired bar/restaurant has been pouring Mai Tai since 1945. Holy, that's cool.
Wow.
In 2010, it benefited from a $1 million renovation and facelift. They love the balanced drinks and mango panna cotta, whatever that is. Be prepared for a man-made rain, thunder, and lightning storm to hit the lagoon that was once the hotel's swimming pool.
Interesting.
So they have a man-made rain thing. You can see where all these are under a cover in the picture.
Oh.
So people are sitting underneath cover when a rainstorm hits the lagoon. That's pretty cool. I like that touch.
That's cool.
Yeah, man-made rain in a thunderstorm. That's cool. Okay, let's go look at the next one. We have the Casa Bonita in Lakewood.
Oh, I want to go to that. Do you know that was actually purchased by the creators of South Park?
No, do tell.
Oh, did you see the episode where Cartman wanted to have his birthday party at Casa Bonita? Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Basically, it's like a crazy location. They had like they had cliff divers that would dive into pools, and they have all kinds of stuff going on there. It's like this. It's basically like a theme park, but it's a restaurant.
That's what the description is saying. It's saying the greatest restaurant in the world gained international fame thanks to a memorable episode in the season 7 of South Park. How many seasons are on in South Park now?
It's been going on since 1994, so you can imagine.
A while. The show's creators, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, rescued the formerly floundering restaurant in the tune of $40 million. Which would reopen in 2023. Diners join a mailing list that allows them to purchase tickets to wander Black Bart's cave, view cliff divers, and crunch into sweet sopapillas. Once known for its abysmal cuisine, the new Casa Bonita boasts James Beard Foundation award-winning chef Dana Loca Rodriguez in the kitchen. Ticket price includes the supping of her dishes such as chicken mole and beef solado, I don't know how to say that word, and shrimp ceviche.
Yeah.
Wow, this is definitely like where life imitates art here thing.
I definitely get emails from them saying, "Oh yeah, you should come to Casa Bonita." I'm like, "Yeah, I live in California. It's a little far away."
I'd go.
Yeah, I know. If you're next time you're in Colorado and Lakewood, you should make sure to make plans to go.
Okay. I would totally do that. That's just a little bit of drive. Okay. Next one. Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas, Nevada. I think I've heard of this place.
Yeah, I think the owner actually had a heart attack from the stuff. It was like really like fattening. Like they have a heart attack hamburger, and it's like layers and layers of beef, pastrami, bacon. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Kat, have you gone there? No. Yeah, I remember about this one.
Well, this is definitely a place that if you're about to go there, don't go. You're going to get a lab cake and find out you're LDL for at least 6 months after.
Does it say anyone over 350 pounds eats free?
That's what it says.
Wow.
Well, I'm cheap, but I'm not that cheap. Let's see what the description says. So, leave it to Vegas to host this over-the-top restaurant where waitresses dress as nurses. Wow, and the kitchen serves the most unhealthy, widowmaker-inducing food chefs can dream up. Customers don hospital gowns as they await towering loaded burgers that range from single bypass, 1 patty with 5 strips of bacon, to an awe-inspiring octuple bypass, 8 patties, 40 strips of bacon. I don't look like God, no.
Oh my God, no.
Fries are cooked unsurprisingly in pure lard, and shots are served in plastic prescription pill containers. Customers weighing over 350 pounds eat for free. If you dine here regularly, the goal becomes easily attainable.
That's funny.
I like the idea of the novelty, but no way in hell would I go to that place.
No chicken tenders?
Yeah, sure.
Was that a joke from Dan?
No, Dan's actually. So because we were at the pool and we averted our trip because we needed to get back in time, we didn't stop and get food. So Dan's making them food.
God bless Dan.
Yes.
Okay. I want to see what the audience says about this. So Maya says, I seen a restaurant somewhere in San Diego that has a live garden or trees or something. It was super pretty. Man, sorry, I forgot the name.
So it's kind of like, oh yeah, there's this one restaurant that I went to. It was so awesome, and I totally recommend it. And it was really great, and like the food was good, and the prices were good, and like I totally want you to go, but I just don't remember what it was called.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the next one.
Okay.
The Kowloon Saugus in Massachusetts. Have you ever heard of this one?
No, Kowloon is an area in Hong Kong. Is it Chinese?
Let's find out. So what we have is what started as the Mandarin House in 1950 has grown to become one of the New England's most beloved dining landmarks. When it's busy, the restaurant packs in 1,200 customers at each time with a gigantic peninsula poo-poo platter. Poo-poo spelled P-U-P-U. But the menu goes beyond American Chinese food. Thai and Japanese options, including sushi bar, draw on suburban Boston acolytes too. The Wong family, which has owned the restaurant for 3 generations, plans to make it smaller in the next few years. So see the quirky Lao Room and Tiki Lagoon, but sooner rather than later.
Wow.
Well, I mean, why not serve Japanese food and whatnot? There's a very well-known Mexican restaurant in Palm Springs that has great sushi bar.
Wow. Well, I don't know.
Nothing says chicken enchilada like a sushi bar.
I don't know, James. That's kind of, I don't know. That's kind of, anyway.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't eat sushi at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, I found it a little strange too, but. All right, the next one. We have the Conch in Leesburg, Virginia. All right, let's see what this is. It's not as wild as the other place in Vegas. There are chocoholics. Then there are Chef Santosh Tiptour. Trained as a pastry chef and chocolatier, he uses his favorite ingredient in practically everything at his Northern Virginia restaurants. Diners can order crispy calamari in cocoa beer batter, Caesar salad with cocoa nib brittle and cocoa-infused cured yolk, and short ribs in chocolate burgundy reduction to go with the I don't know that word.
Moustache.
Okay, it is moustache cocktail. And it's pretty decadent. All I know is it's got chocolate, and if it's dark chocolate, I don't care if they infuse it in Pepsi. I will drink it. I will eat it. I like dark chocolate a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That one's not quite as exotic. The Harvey Washbangers in College Station, Texas. I think I've heard of this place.
I haven't
You heard of it?
No.
Only in Texas, folks. This perennially packed spot comes at it combines a state-of-the-art laundromat. Laundromat? Okay. Laundromat with a gourmet burger joint and craft beer bar. Tote your whites and your colors to the 80 machine washing room. Toss them in a high-efficiency washer. Then grab a seat in the dining room next door where you can chow down on oversized, juicy burgers like the That's My Jam, which combines melty brie and onion red pepper jam with bacon and baby spinach on a sourdough bun. That sounds really good.
That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about your laundry while you sip local suds. A light board will let you know when it's time to transfer your clothes to the dryer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a laundromat and a burger. Let's see what we got else. Clifton's Republic in Los Angeles, California.
I've been there.
What can you tell us about it?
It's basically a kind of, so it was built a while ago. It was actually almost like a landmark location. It was a cafeteria, so a lot of people that lived in LA and worked in LA, they could get lunch there. And they have these really cool displays, and there's these trees and all this kind of, it's just kind of like a cool place. And there's all kinds of things to see. It's neat.
Well,
It's definitely a cool vintage place to go.
from the description we have, founded in 1931 as a pay-what-you-can cafeteria. Cool. Clifton is reopening for its third time in July 2024. The forest theme is intact, but is now more drinking den than purveyor of soup and sandwiches. At the center of the space stands a 40-foot tall fake redwood tree.
Yep.
Based near the Monarch Bar on the second level, and then it reaches the ceiling, reinforced branches designed to hold aerialists.
So there's some really cool places in there. Like each floor has more stuff. So I mean, I think on the very top floor there's like a kind of like a grand salon, like a really fancy dining room. It's really cool.
The fake redwood tree definitely centers everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the next one we have. We have Fritz Railroad Restaurant in Kansas City, Missouri. I have driven by this place a few times. All right. From the description, there's some people that really love their model railroads. This railroad-themed restaurant with additional locations in Shawnee and Kansas City, Kansas, has delighted diners since it opened in Kansas City in 1954. It's been open a few years. A cherry red vinyl booth among railroad memorabilia like wooden train sets and crossroads signs. Visitors order, why can't I read tonight? Tried and true burgers, crinkle cut fries, and thick milkshakes. Then wait for a ceiling mounted train that runs on tracks to deliver the order right to the table. It's an old fashioned good time with kids in particular are sure to love. They actually deliver the food on a model train, the little train. That's kind of cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. The Airplane Restaurant. I've heard of this. Matter of fact, before you do this, folks, as we're doing this, if there's a favorite restaurant that's a themed restaurant where you live, let us know in the comments. We'll talk about it. Cool. All right. The Airplane Restaurants. I have driven by this. I know somebody that's actually been to this place. Let's take a look. So we got the Airplane themed restaurant. Okay, located within a stone's.
I don't know.
Weird. Located within a stone's throw of Colorado Springs, small city-owned airport, the Airplane Restaurant is housed within a converted KC-97 Air Force tanker. Diners can sit at small tables within the plane itself or in the terminal, which is an attached dining room. While the food isn't anything special, don't expect much more than burgers, steaks, and a few straightforward salads. The fun involved in the eating non-airplane food while it's sitting inside an airplane as well, totally worth it. Okay, I can dig that.
I bet you the food's better.
Yeah, well, people just go to just eat in a plane. Okay, I like this.
Because you know when you go to when you go on the airplane, it's like nasty food normally.
You don't like airplane food? How about a hospital-themed restaurant?
Not generally, but I'm sure their food is much better than airplane food.
Hospital food? You
Even
get
hospital food
bland.
is bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Hospital themed. There's got to be a hospital themed restaurant someplace where they serve. I don't know. I've seen some places like there's this. I don't know if it's still open. It's been a bunch of years, but the Chinatown in San Francisco. Svea's talking to Dan right now, but there used to be this restaurant in a very narrow building like you find on the East Coast, and you walk into the kitchen.
James, I need to come right back. Mochi is like growing crazy barking outside. I need to bring him in. Okay. Dan's making food for the kids, so I'll be right back.
Gotcha. All right, folks. So talking about this this restaurant in San Francisco, the locals loved it. I've been there a few times. Last time was probably 25 years ago. But it was a narrow building, and like I said, you walk into the kitchen. It's a Chinese restaurant, of course. And you walk up this little flight of stairs, and you go over, and it's a 3-story building. The 2 other stories are where people actually go over and dine. The food is served on a dumbwaiter, so they bring it up. And the food's pretty good, but what really gets it is the service. The hosts and the staff, probably all one family, are rude as hell. And when we went in there was 4 of us, and there was a table. There was 2 people sitting at a table designed for 4 people, and then another table with just 2 chairs. And so the waiter goes over, goes, oh no. Goes over, picks up the 2 people's plates. Just as they're eating, he just picks it up, carries it over to the other table and says, and told us, you sit here now. You go, and he points at them and goes, you sit over here. We're like, yes, sir. But that's what it was well known. It just, they were rude to the customers, and it just worked for them. Let's look at viewer comments right now. So Maya was talking about SeaWorld, you can eat with the whales, I think. I don't know. Look that up for us. Let us know about that. And then we have, of course, Maya with that's clever laundry and a burger. Rad, multi-service, like going to Walmart where you can get an oil change and grocery shopping and a new set of bed sheets. And then we have Wendy Hodge commenting right here. Hospital-themed restaurant next to the heart attack one in Vegas. That just works. That's like puppy dogs and pickups. That's a perfect pairing right there. And then Maya says, I Googled it on Instagram. The restaurant I keep seeing ads for is called Inside Out. It just looks like a pretty place to eat at.
Cool. Thank you.
I can dig that.
Do you want to look that up really quick, James?
Yeah, let's look up Inside Out. Okay. I mean, what's your favorite themed restaurant you've been to in San Diego?
Me?
Yeah. I'm killing time as I type this.
There aren't a lot of themed stores restaurants in San Diego.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't been to any.
Maya, where's this place at? San Diego, you said?
Just say San Diego, yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at what we got. Here's what the results show right now. Inside Out. It's in Hillcrest, San Diego. Let's look at some photos. Cool. Oh, look at that. Look at that. If those are real plants, that's outstanding. See, as they're glowing, probably not, but
wow.
Here's another view of it. Sinks. Okay, that's different. Here's another view. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. That is pretty.
That's very cool.
Here's another view. Yeah, if those plants are legit, they're doing a heck of a job right there. Okay, themed restaurants. Let's go ahead and walk through this. Aquarium restaurant. This has got to be cool.
Yeah, I think Aquarium Restaurant's actually owned by the same place that does T-Rex and the same place that does Rainforest Cafe. There's only so many there's only so many of those restaurants in the U.S.
Yeah, it says right now the locations in Denver, Nashville, Denver, Kemah, and Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Diners sit around a $200,000 gallon tank where they can view tropical fish, sharks, and stingrays. That's cool. That's like visiting a Bass Pro.
Mm-hmm.
They're them huge tanks.
Yeah.
Ahi tuna. Oh my God. Ahi tuna nachos. Sauteed redfish. I love ahi tuna. As nachos, my mind blown. Don't use my brain in a robot body. Don't try to put it in there. It's just blown all over now.
I thought you signed an agreement to do that.
No, I'm looking for people to sign an agreement with me.
You were actually
agreement and the NDA.
James, you were signing an agreement that your brain can be used as, for experiments, and then return it to your body afterwards.
No.
Yeah, you were just talking about that.
No, it was the other way around.
James?
Well, you know what? I uninvite you. Let me get us back to normal frame. Obviously you have problems. I think you would make a poor robot. I uninvite you.
Okay.
I don't want to borrow your brain anymore.
Okay. All right.
You lost that privilege today now.
Okay. I'm sorry, James. I know. Yeah.
I need a big apology if you want an invitation back.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back to the restaurants. All right. So the theme restaurant, just the fish tank thing, that just works. People like fish tanks.
It's cool.
All right. The Magic Time Machine, San Antonio, Texas. You ever heard of this?
No.
All right. Let's take a look. Anything goes at this San Antonio Classic, opened in 1973. The Addison location is almost as storied, having opened in 1979. The theme is broad, embracing everything from Marvel Comics to Pirates of the Caribbean, and the dining room is a hodgepodge of seating areas, including the attic, a tiki hut, and even an old refrigerator. Servers are dressed as all kinds of characters: Spider-Man, Robin Hood, Jack Sparrow. The fun is clearly aimed at kids through the menu's Roman orgy of, really? You're going to say through the menu's aimed at kids, and you're going to mention a Roman orgy? Okay, we're just going to skip that one, okay?
Yeah.
That is wrong. Big Nose Kate's Saloon in Tombstone, Arizona.
I would just not even go to that.
You know who Big Nose Kate is?
No.
Big Nose Kate was the girlfriend or escort for Doc Holliday.
Okay.
They traveled together. It's a real person in history. It's not an innuendo thing.
Okay.
I'm a history nerd, so like I say.
Did you take a picture?
So it's a saloon with Old West stuff. There we go. So that's awesome, and it's in Tombstone. You can't go wrong right there a little bit. The Proud Bird, Los Angeles, California.
Oh, what's that?
The LAX adjacent spot began life in '67 as an aviation-themed restaurant, but was reborn as a modern food hall in 2017. It now features 6 stalls serving salmon teriyaki bowls, barbecue brisket, and mushroom truffle pizza. Mushroom truffle pizza? That's a thing? Okay.
Wow.
Layered with fontina cheese. The aviation theme has been preserved. Giant model planes hang from the ceiling, and the lingo echoes travel language. Arrival is where you place your order. Departure is where you pick it up. Don't forget to visit the Mile High Club bar and lounge to pick up cocktail or a glass of wine and admire the view. There's a lot of planes and stuff.
Hey, James.
Yes.
I just wanted to go over this comment.
I am pretty sure I heard James say he was going to give his brain for science. Vivian?
That's
you
why
are not going to be invited to have a robot body. I will put you in the body of a young Stallone, an Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll even do Macaulay Culkin, 80s Macaulay Culkin. But I will not put your brain in a robot. You have lost that privilege. I want to see Vivian's face when I say that. Should we? Yeah, she has. Vivian, we were thinking about bringing you on the show so I could do that to you face to face. But we know you have issues sometimes with connectivity and streaming. But that'd be awesome. As a matter of fact, I mean, it's Vivian, so
No.
I don't have scissors with me. Because there's no great scissors because it's Vivian. Okay. We're at 10 minutes. We got 9 minutes left in the show. Let me scrum through the rest of this. That's all of them. Actually, that's all the themed restaurants we had right there. Local in India, there's some fun stuff around here, but usually it's just like old burger joints that, like Burger Box that dates back to the 1940s that really hasn't changed at all in that time, except the gas station closed its in. But Svea's got a busy night. With that, let's see if there's any comments again about people's favorite restaurants. Maya says, I bet the Halloween haunted places would be a big hit. Always, of course. And Maya Jones, right. I want to see what I'm eating. Wendy Hodge. Okay. All right. So there's also some national chains that are well known for themed restaurants that we might just take a quick look-see at. And that would be the Google drop-down list. We'll take a look. You ready, Svea?
Yes.
Okay. So we have right here Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, the Aquarium Restaurant, which we saw on that list, the Rainforest Cafe. That's always going to be a hit. Heart Attack Grill, Corvette Diner. Have you heard of this?
Yes, Corvette Diner.
Okay, that's cool. That almost looks like some from Pulp Fiction. Prince Railroad Restaurant, Johnny Rockets, Heart Attack Grill, Hard Rock Cafe, Planet Hollywood. Those are self-explanatory. Cracker Barrel. Yeah, that's a themed restaurant. So is Outback Steakhouse. Have you ever heard of the Purple Cow?
No.
Want to check out the Purple Cow?
Sure.
The Purple Cow, multiple locations in Arkansas, go figure. A festive themed restaurant with various locations in Arkansas. The Purple Cow serves diners typical. Check in with that. Oh, pop-ups. Grr. Harvey Washbangers, we've seen some of those. Tonga Room, we saw that. I want to see the Purple Cow. Come on. Harvey Washbangers. Industrial Revolution Eatery and Grill. Okay. Heart Attack Grill, we saw that. The Proud Bird, Los Angeles. Okay. I wanted Mad Hatter Bistro for that Pioneer Saloon. Self-explanatory. There it is, Purple Cow. Svea, are you dropping your jaw?
I did not know about this.
I mean, it is your favorite color.
A festive themed restaurant with various locations in Arkansas. Purple Cow serves diners typical American food with ice cream, milkshakes, and malts in a cow-themed purple interior.
Nice.
Yep. So
that would be my only reason for going to Arkansas.
I don't have many reasons to go to Arkansas either, unless I'm cutting between Tahlequah and Branson or something, which I've done before. Northern Arkansas is pretty with the Ozarks, but the rest of it, it's good. We may have viewers and customers in Arkansas. Okay, I just figured you'd look at see the purple and go, "Oh, Dan, we need to go to Arkansas. Pack the bags."
Yeah.
Are you thinking of doing that after the show?
Oh yeah.
Folks, it's only between us, between Svea and I, and the 10,000 of you.
And Dan, the fact that Dan is standing on the opposite side of the table with me.
So when we end the show, is there going to be a different story?
What?
When you play, you're showing stuff now. Dan's kind of like no, but when we get done with the show, and we're off the air. You'll be going, Dan.
We gotta go to
You
Arkansas.
need to go to Arkansas. Dan, if you say yes, I'll put your brain in a robot body.
Let's do it.
Just give me a few years and finish school. And do intern with a neurologist and neurosurgeon. I should be ready by about 2029.
Okay.
Maybe 2030.
That's what he
Don't
just
tell me in a hurry.
That's what he just said.
Gotcha. Okay. It's 10:56.
Wow.
Yep. So audience, had my birthday. Oh, look at that, Maya. Had my birthday at Corvette Diner in San Diego. Should look up purple themed restaurants. And then Dick's Last Resort or Corvette Diner are cool.
Yeah, so those restaurants, what happens is it's kind of like a 1950s style theme. And then what happens is they're obnoxious. The waiters and waitresses are obnoxious. They throw straws at you. They ignore you. They give you attitude. It's all that kind of restaurant. It's like
Sounds
at
like
the
my favorite
Bebek's.
restaurant I went to in San Francisco.
Yeah. It's meant to be an environment like that.
Got it. You did it.
I'm sorry, what?
You yawned.
I know. So last night we were up till 3 a.m. doing this Lego set.
Wow.
The Snow White Cottage. It said on the internet that it should take us about 6 to 8 hours. We did it in 5.
Yeah, we're awesome.
That's rushing it. That's cool.
We did it.
Yeah, I can't be so food. I'm laughing my butt off. Okay, I'm looking at the comment from Maya. All right, 10:57. Do we want to get off a little bit early,
Look inside.
Wow.
or we want to dedicate? We want to string it out for our viewers because they want to see a solid hour show.
We had to string it out for our viewers.
Okay.
What's a
Themed
couple more
restaurant.
minutes? I know my mom just took the roof off of that thing and she can't even figure out how to put it back on.
I can't think of a joke that would not be interpreted as insulting, even though I don't mean it that way.
Because they have these really interesting ways they attach this roof, and that attachment is terrible. It's really like, here, let me put a roof on your house. We're just gonna lean it. And so later you can open and close it at any time. We're just gonna lean it. It'll be fine. It's not gonna move. We're just gonna we're not gonna attach it to anything. We're just gonna put like a bar so it can rest on itself and it won't fall off. It's okay.
What about hard wind?
What do you think of a Lego trailer park?
Probably not very good.
A Lego trailer park set in a Lego tornado.
Terrible, James, terrible.
So many things we could do with that. Folks, what do you think of a Lego trailer park?
You talking about like a model, or are you talking about a real life usable
Model.
Okay, model.
You make a Lego set of you make a trailer park with Lego.
Anything you want with Legos. So if you want to make a trailer park with Legos, go for it.
What do you think about a Lego tornado that goes through the trailer park?
No, probably not very nice.
But there was an episode of Animaniacs that had it's like, it always seems like tornadoes go through trailer parks.
They do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Gotcha. There's a joke there that'll be epic, but can't think of the punchline. It's late, folks. 10:59. We got one more minute.
Yes, so.
So with that, what do you think of there's got to be obviously a Lego themed restaurant.
There might be.
Well, there's a
I
Lego
think
land.
there's a Lego themed restaurant at the Lego headquarters in Denmark.
That would be pretty cool.
But I don't know if it's really Lego themed or just a cafeteria kind of thing for the people that are working there or actually are on a tour.
What about a robot themed restaurant? Where the servers are robots.
So maybe you need to do an episode on robots because you seem to be quite obsessed with robots right now.
Well, I want human brains in the robot. The robots are serving you, but they have human brains.
Wow.
You can just see the wheels cranking in my head.
I can.
What do you think's illegal on that? Do the robots, even though they have a human brain, can we make them work overtime or pay, or are they just doing it for energy?
I don't know.
You even need an HR? Are they considered associates?
No, there's all kinds of things that could be a situation there because
Robots could take over.
robots probably are going to be needing to have rights.
Well, are they robots or are they considered mechanical aids because there's a human brain in it?
I have no idea. That's a discussion for another time. It's past our time, so we need to end the show.
I have so many things to think about this. I haven't thought it through.
And you have a whole week to seriously just think about robots while you're paddling on the river.
In the middle of nowhere, living primitively in a tent.
Exactly.
Eating dehydrated food.
Yes.
Or fish that I can grab with my mouth like Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
But I'm not going to do that because it's a national park and I'd be poaching fish.
And the children would probably be traumatized by watching you put your mouth into the water, catch a fish, and bite it.
You got to wonder about the quality of the parents if they're sending their kids out with Mia for a week in the backcountry, anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Because
they probably don't want their kids. Because I usually tell them I'm up to a 70% survival rate on my trips.
Okay.
The people that go, obviously, I keep on coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks. Obviously, because I'll be on the river, we won't be back next week. Well, we do have a replay of one of our favorite shows for next week, but we're back in 2 weeks. Guess what's in 2 weeks?
What's in 2 weeks, James?
We talked about the Svea.
We did?
Yes, we did. We had our show meeting a few days ago. We talked about the show when we come back in 2 weeks. The theme show. Dun, 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 dun.
You know, oh, yeah.
Really? It's our
4th of July show.
4th of July special. So, yeah, we're coming back. We're going to be talking about healthy barbecue. We're not going to be talking about the Aorta Grill or whatever that restaurant was called, Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah.
But we're coming back. We've been looking for a new theme, new twists on the 4th of July theme. Wait for us look for us that night. It is the 4th of July. But remember, fireworks at 9. The fun's at 10.
Exactly.
Bingo. So we were planning this for a while. This is we're gonna have some cool stuff and awesome pictures from Utah.
Yes.
All right. So El Presidente
everyone.
has given us official mission to sign off here in a way. Thank you, El Presidente.
Yes.
And we
All
need
right.
more Vivian. We need more Vivian.
All right. Well, we will talk to you soon, guys. We'll see you later.
Yep. Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay. Closing. Looking for it. Where are you closing? Thank you, Windows. Back up. Okay. Here it is. Ready? You ready to dance with her, folks? Let's do the robot.
You can do the robot.
No, you do the robot too. Call this for rehearsal. I might
You can do that. You can do the robot.
do the robot. I want to see. I might continue to bring it back to tonight. Robot.
Aw, ain't he cute?
No.
Robot Baby Yoda?
No.
That's just a jar of pickles.
No. No more. Please.
What do you think about Jar
Look
Jar
at
Pickles and
that.
Robot Body?
Why do I have to look at that look? I don't want to look at it.
Because it's funny.
It's so
Good night,
funny.
folks.
Good night, guys.